Hi, so I wanted to give you a quick little overview of how the HTC Vive can be used in a 3D flight simulator environment. So what I've loaded up here is War Thunder, which is a game you can get online for free for most cases, I believe. And then I have my HTC Vive set up, and then what I've set up for you on the left-hand side is you're seeing the right eye rendering from what I see in the headset. On the lower right, you have a camera that's viewing me from the right, and then the top right corner is actually this little camera right here on the Vive in the front, so you can see the room as I move my head around. So I have a full environment around me. As I look around, I can see the full 3D environment. To me, I'm rendered both eyes, left and right eye, for stereoscopic vision, so everything's in full 3D. I have good depth perception of exactly how far away everything is. You only get to see one of those eyes. And then the way the menus are set up is something to get used to at first, is how much you actually have to move your neck around and look at these items. But you do get used to it, and it gives you kind of an idea of this full, almost theater screen in front of you that's curved around you. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into just one mission set here real quick. Okay, I'm going to skip this mission briefing when it lets me. Okay, so here I am actually in the aircraft. So you see I have my joystick set up in front of me, and then I have my instrumentation. I can look all the way around in the full environment. The way they have the heads-up display rendered, on the top left here I can see my throttle, speed, altitude, that kind of thing. On the right-hand side I have my mini-map, and then as I take damage I'll show you the indicators in the lower left. But everything here is true to how the environment is laid out in front of me. Everything's the right size, the right scale. I can actually feel like I can reach out to these instruments and touch them. And then as I move the stick, and of course different flight controls, you can see the pilot here that's rendered in front of me is moving the sticks in the exact same way. But essentially I have to move my head around on a swivel and see every single piece of the environment around me. If I want to look off the left, I actually have to look around. I can, as much as I can, look around behind me. So as you can see, there's someone behind me shooting at me. I have to maneuver and actually move my head around to look around. And everything happens in real time, so as I move my head, there's no delay whatsoever. If I need to look over here or look over to the right, it moves exactly with me. It can get a little bit disorienting while you're flying around. Just like real pilots, you actually have to pick a stationary object in the distance and kind of use that as a point of reference for how you're moving your plane around. Let's see if I can move this guy up to continue showing some of the flight controls. Speaking of flight controls, I wanted to talk about, you can see on the left and right, the flight surfaces actually move as I move the joystick, so it's another bit of realism that they added to the game. Let's see if I can fly down here by some of the trees. To me, all of this seems real-life scale, so as I'm flying over these treetops, it really feels like there's some speed to them flying past your wings. And then what might not be coming off so well on the screen that you're looking at is the headset's rendering at 90 frames per second, so all the movements are very smooth and crisp. I'm sure that because I'm rendering the game and that I'm recording the video at the same time, you might be seeing a little bit of a frame stutter here and there, but to me it's very smooth, and it just adds to the immersion of how the environment feels around you and how realistic it looks. Kind of disorienting until you get the hang of it. That extra movement all around you. I know my wife was giving it a try, and she was starting to kind of feel sick from the motion sickness, and that's a very common thing for people playing virtual reality. You feel like you should be moving, but you don't feel the G-forces on your body, so it kind of confuses your brain a bit until you get used to it. But it really opens up to the idea that you really have to keep an eye on what's around you. See if I can get some altitude here up by where the dogfights are actually taking place. Oh, I'm getting hit. You can't really see it now, but as you take damage, the plane actually reflects that damage. You'll start seeing holes appearing on my wings and left and right as I get hit. Obviously, bullet holes there on the windshield, which... There's the other part of the heads-up display where it actually shows the plane right there on the left. flight simulators later on, try to get a little bit of a better cockpit setup. I want to get a better joystick, not this little cheapy one that I have right now. But overall, the headset is just absolutely amazing at making it feel very realistic. So I'll see if I can make a few other videos and show you kind of how the gameplay works in this headset if you haven't gotten to try one yet. But thanks for watching, and have a nice day.